Oh, perfect. So here we go, folks. This is your lovely new van. My name's Owen. I'll be doing your demonstration today. First question is, how experienced are we as caravanners? How long have you been caravanning for?
4 years.
4 years?
Yes.
Are you happy with cycling and levelling your caravan?
Yes.
You happy how to do all that? Perfect.
Yes.
So I'll skip past that because that's for the newbies. I'll wait until I'm finished. You're sorry, there's a compressor at the back for the workshops either side, so don't worry. When it goes off, I'll go quiet. So,
okay.
Other than that, we'll start on the outside of the vehicle, talk through all the features externally, and then we'll jump inside and I'll talk about all the features inside.
Okay.
If you have got any questions at any point, please feel free just to stop and ask away. The main aim of this hour is, I'm not going to make you an expert in using it, but I'm going to give you enough of the basic knowledge so you can go out and start enjoying yourselves in it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, at the very front, so we've got your stabiliser hitch. So it needs to be a grease-free and a paint-free tow ball. So the cleaner you keep your tow ball, the better the stabiliser will work on the front for you. Then underneath, you've obviously got your main hitch, breakaway cable, 13 pin for your lights and your electrics. And then jockey wheel obviously winds up and down and then raises and lowers on the bar. Handbrake is as easy as button down, handbrake off, handbrake on. Now you will find if you're on a hill you may have to manually just crank it back a little bit more just to fully secure the brake. Now next thing, ATC. Now have you ever had ATC on a van before? No? So what the ATC is, it's an automatic stability aid for the caravan. How it works, it's got a motion sensor inside, and if it senses you're getting a bit of a snake on, it'll automatically apply the brakes on the caravan to stabilise it. It'll make more sense with this when I plug it in afterwards, but we'll talk about it now anyway. When you initially plugs it in, it always comes up with the red light first, and then it'll either go to a green flashing or a green solid light just inside there. Now, green flashing light means the system's still setting itself, where solid green means you're good to go. So if you've got a flashing green light, all you need to do is pull it down the road a few metres, stop, get out and have a look and just double check it's gone to solid green. Right. Okay, solid green means you're good to go off on the road.
All right.
I'll talk about red lights, but please don't be alarmed by this. In the 2 years I've been here, I've never come across anyone that's ever had any problems with ATC. Right. But if you're ever plugging it in and you've got a constant red light that's not going anywhere, just unplug it from the car and plug it back in. Try that a few times first. If that hasn't cleared the red light, next thing you could do is leave it plugged in, but uncouple it off the car and just see if you can rock the caravan. If you can rock the caravan, it means the brakes aren't on. It means you are safe to tow. It just means your ATC system isn't working. Right. But then on the other hand, if you uncouple it off the car and you can't move it at all, brakes are locked on, it's a definite no-tow. Okay? But please don't be alarmed by that. We just like to give you the knowledge in case you're the 1 in a millionth person that does ever have any problems with it. But as I say, it's nothing really to worry about. But this will make more sense. Once I've hooked it up to the car for you afterwards, you'll understand what I'm on about. Okay, and that's about as exciting as we get on the front end, unless you've got any questions.
No?
No? Perfect. So we'll mosey on down the side. So good old side lockers rather than a gas locker on the front. So we have left the carpet in there. It was just from the previous. If you want to take it out, you're more than welcome. Just an added. So your front feet are on the sides of the van, same as your old one. And we'll mosey on down. We've then got your fridge vents. Now I've got it currently running on gas, so a lot more heat comes out this one side. Other than that, heat is transferred around the back. It's no different than our fridges at home. All it is you don't walk around the back of your fridges at home, so you don't realise. So next one down, obviously where my bucket is your waste outlets.
Yeah.
So that's obviously for your kitchen sink and your bathroom as well. Okay. Then moving on down. Gas locker. So I'll take it, have you got some gas with you today?
Yes.
Lovely. If you let me know what gas it is, I'll get you the correct pigtail and I will fit your gas for you today.
Oh good, it's Calagas.
Calagas, the red?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So all it is I will grab you a pigtail and I'll fit it in, and if you've got your bottle, I'll fit your bottle in as well for you. All this is just my demonstration pipe as such.
Right.
Now for your gas on and off, it's just simply turn your bottles on and off.
Right.
Okay? There is a gas shut-off valve on the regulator there, but that's more there for when the guys are safety checking your van. So for yourselves, just very simply, just turn your bottle on or turn it off.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, water inlet next door. So, it is your water pipe, it's just my Akrol. To remove your water pipe, you need to push the lid all the way back and hold it back, because it's the lid that holds it in place. And then you can take it, and then it's just your pump on the end there. So all you do is just drop it into your Akrol, and then, very simply, push it on, and it's pushing the lid down that holds it in place. Okay. So, next one down is the vent for your whale heater. Now, there's no covers or anything to remove, that literally just sits there and does its job.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, next one down, have you had a flush tank before?
Yes.
On your toilet, so you're happy, pink liquid
Yes.
and your water in the top.
Yeah.
Lovely, and then below, the good old business end.
That's it. That's it, same.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
your lovely toilet. I take
the
it you're
same.
happy with the use
Yeah.
of your cassette. Yeah. The only thing I'll say is, up on our lovely Love to Stay, because I know you're staying up there,
Yeah.
we do have a drainage facility for your toilet on the pitch. But you have to use the green liquid in here rather than the blue.
What is it?
The only difference between the green and the blue is the green is biodegradable. So it means you can tip it on the pitch. So when you get up there, oh no, it's fantastic up there, on your pitch, the front drain is for your grey waste, so
Right.
for your bathroom sink and your showers, and then the rear drain is for your toilet. So you can literally undo it, lift the grid up, and empty it on your pitch where you are. And then there's like a hose pipe bit just to wash it away.
My gosh.
Okay, but
okay.
that's green liquid
Green
instead
liquid,
of blue.
right.
And you'll find a lot of the new modern sites now have got that facility. So it may be an idea, if you're in the shop today, just get yourself a little
green one.
little bit of green.
Yeah.
And then if you're ever on a nice posh site like ours up there, at least you can take that facility rather than walking down, finding the toilet block and emptying it in the Alson point. Okay.
Cool.
Now,
Yeah, that's a new one.
for draining your tank down, there's a lovely rubber hose that sits in the top.
That's it.
There you go, just pulls out. All you need to do is pull that rubber bung out and you can drain the contents of
That's
this
it.
tank down.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, winter time, you need to drain this tank down.
Yeah.
But what I tend to do is drain mine down before I get on the road, because if you filled it up and not hardly used it, there is a chance it may slosh out inside the pan. So what I do is I carry one of them big rectangle squash bottles and I just drain mine off into the squash bottle, chuck it in my gas locker, well, side locker on a Bailey, and then all you need to do is just get it back out and you can just top it back up
Yeah.
in your next breakaway.
That's brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
And then it's just the handle on the cassette which locks it in place.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Brilliant.
Lovely.
Cool.
So we'll mosey on round the back. Obviously you've got your two back legs, two rear legs are on the back.
Yeah.
We've already discussed the seam there,
Yeah.
but it's again, this is just cosmetic. The bodywork of the caravan's behind it, so this is literally just for cosmetics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
So,
great.
we'll mosey on round. Your door has got the lovely catch on it there, but all it is, because I've got all this open, it doesn't lock back.
Yeah, that's fine.
But obviously, we're in the real world, you'll have all this closed off. I've only got it open
Yeah.
just because I've got the temporary thing. So, if you have any visitors round, make sure you show them that door release, because you'd be amazed at the amount of these and the amount of those we repair. So, especially if you've had a couple of them, make sure you show your visitors how to release you.
Yeah, that's great.
I'll do wheels and tyres while the rear. Now, they make it sort of easy. Put some of the details on the door here. So it's 60 psi per tyre, and it's 130 newton meters for your wheel nuts. Now, your torque set for your wheel nuts is inside your manual. It's not on the door. But for your wheel nuts, they are locking nuts as well. But I'll show you the nut that's inside of there. But they've been torqued in the PDI. I will torque them again for you today. But then from today onwards, it's down to yourselves. So. If you've got a torque wrench, fantastic. If not, just use a tyre iron. Just make sure your wheel nuts are nice and tight before you get on the road.
Yes, that's
Okay,
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
with that? Fantastic.
Cool.
So then moving on down, we've
Okay,
got
go on.
leisure battery. So
Yeah.
this is obviously mine. You've already said you've got yours in the car.
Yeah.
So all it is I'll swap it over and I'll permanently fit your battery in for you. Then next door we've got your 240, your mains hookup. We've also got your isolation for your motor mover. Yeah, perfect. And then just below us there we've got a little 12 volt supply as well.
What's that for?
It's for if you want a nearly 12 volt power outside. So all it is the previous customers, like, I don't know, wanted to run an air pump or something as silly as that. So they've chosen to put a 12 volt socket in there.
Oh,
Don't ask me why, it could be a
okay.
million reasons, but
Oh,
obviously
right.
they thought it was something that would be useful. But with
Right.
that, you have got an external 240. So you've got
Oh,
a main socket
that's
outside.
right.
So you've got a
Wow.
12 volt in there and then a main
Okay.
socket in here. So it's good for running anything electrical in your awning or anything along
Didn't
those
see
lines.
that.
Didn't you?
Awesome.
And then last couple of bits. Front locker. So there's your leg winder, a spare power cable. Doesn't come with a warranty. I can
Yeah.
take it out if you want, but it's just I've left it in there, so it's up to you if you want to keep that
Okay.
one or not.
Yeah.
And then you have got the fitting for your barbecue point.
Oh,
Okay, so if you did want to run off an external gas product, whether it's a barbecue or a burner or anything, all you need to do is attach the rubber hose to that, Jubilee clip it on, and then all you simply do is put this in, that way round, put it in and turn it. That's what opens it up as such, and what it does, it runs off your gas bottle that's inside the caravan, so you can run off an external gas thing. Only advice with these is obviously if you have got an awning, make sure you cook outside the awning, because gas fumes and tents don't mix. You'll sleep for a very, very long time. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's about it for the outside, unless you've got any other questions.
No, that's fine.
No, that's great.
No?
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, all
Lovely.
good.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll jump inside there. And we'll make a start on the inside for you. So after you, go on, it's your van, it's not mine. Lovely. So, as daft as it is, I'm going to start in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It sounds daft, but it makes sense now. So I'll pile in. Now, I don't know if you both want to come and have a look at this, because I can stand in the shower. So, all I want to show you, in the bottom of the cupboard there, do you see the blue box that's there?
Oh yeah.
That is your Whale heating system. So that's got your 10 litre hot water boiler, as well as your heating system inside there.
Right.
Okay, now in the very bottom corner, do you see the little yellow tap that's sitting flat currently?
Yeah.
That's your drain off tap.
Yes.
So to drain the boiler down in your water system, all you simply do is turn that round so it's pointing straight up in the air, and that will drain all the contents of your boiler down. And if you leave your taps open, it will drain all the water system out for you.
Oh, right.
Yes. So winter time, but what I tend to do, I tend to drain mine down after every breakaway. As daft as it is, if I'm not using the van for 2 months, do I really want to be using that water that's in there for 2 months?
What's flashing?
That's just the sensors on the unit itself.
Right.
But obviously with the cupboard closed, you won't see it inside that. That's why they hide it
I just
through the
wondered what
bottom
it
there.
was. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we'll come back to the bathroom because I just wanted to show you the boiler first. I'll have a shower afterwards. Have a Diet Coke
might as
moment. So, next thing I'll show you is your fuse boards. Sorry, I know there's going to be a lot of this. Your fuse panel, just underneath the front there for you.
Right.
So there's your 12 volt fuses and then your 240 breakers. But they are all labelled up individually. So you know if you're having any electrical problems, that's your sort of first port of call, just to double check there isn't any fuses blown or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do the control panels by the door next. I told you there'll be a bit of to-in and fro-in. So I was going to say, if you let me stand outside, and then you can stand in there, and you can hear what I'm talking about then.
Right up.
So,
Let's done it.
first two on this side, so simple, master switch.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your main power on and off. That's your 12 volt and your 240 as such. So, just turn that one back on, that's obviously your power on. And then this one here is just for your awning light on the outside.
Right.
For all the rest of the lights in the caravan, they're all individually powered up. So all you need to do is go round and switch them on. They're all individual switches, so you can have whatever lights on. Obviously we light it up for a Christmas tree now, but you don't have to have it quite that bright. Now, next one here. Here is your Whale heating and hot water control panel.
Right.
Okay, now I know it looks quite daunting to start with, but believe me, once you get the hang of it, they are so simple to use. So, first one I'll talk about, we'll start with the little red one I've got here. Anything red means it's on. That is your water pump there. So that's water pump off.
Right.
And that's water pump on.
Right,
okay?
Yeah.
So it's just a touch screen, as simple as that. First one we'll talk about now is the one with the little van symbol up there. Press that. Opens it up. Now this is your heating system.
Oh my god. Right.
I know it looks. First easiest one to talk about is your thermometer here. So that's just like setting the thermostat in your house for your heating system. Now all it is, once you've got it on, once the van drops below 20 degrees, the heating system will automatically kick in, warm up the van for you and then shut itself off. Okay, so it kicks in and out, same as your thermostat for your central heating at home. Now, all these other ones here are your power selects. So it will run on 500 watts of electric, it'll run on 1000 watts of electric, or it'll run on 2000 watts of electric. Okay, now the only difference between them,
You can hear it.
yeah, the main difference between them is the more power you send to it, the faster it'll heat up.
Right.
So the easiest way of describing that, think of old Granny May's electric bar fire. So 500 is one element, 1000 is two, and 2000 is sort of four elements. So the more electric you send to it, the faster everything will heat up for you. Now I'll just turn that back down because it's going to start heating up. We don't want that. So on this side then, we've got gas by itself, and then you've got gas and 1000 watts of electric.
Oh, right.
Okay, so you've got sort of 5 different power choices you'd run off. Now you may think, why have I got them? Well, imagine if you're on a 10 amp site, on 2000 watts you use 8.8 amps So it only leaves you 1.2 amps
It'll be
left
rich.
of electric to play with.
Yeah, it'll
so
be
you'll,
fuse.
you'll be tripping outside.
Tripping,
So what you can do is either run it on gas by itself, or maybe just 500 or 1,000.
Right.
If you get what I mean, and then it gives you extra room
Yeah.
to play with the rest of your electrics. But it'll operate perfectly fine on any 5 of them. All it is the lower power, the longer it'll take to heat up for you.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy with that? And then obviously off, just in the bottom
All
there.
off.
Yeah, so that's nothing on whatsoever. Right. The other 2 features you've got on here, you've got a fan, which when you've got the heating off now, that fan will just run. So it's like a cooling thing.
Without
So all,
heat.
all it's doing now is drawing in air from externally and just blowing some fresh air around in the fan for you. All you need to do, so red's on, blue's off.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the last one is frost. Now what this one is like a frost protection mode. So what it does, if the van drops below a certain temperature, the system will automatically kick in to keep everything from freezing up. Okay, so it's just like a sort of safety feature on board.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're happy with that?
Yeah.
I know it's a lot, but
No,
it's easy
no,
enough. And then
that's
to
easy
come
enough.
back out of it is just this bottom button at the bottom. So if you press that one, it takes you back out of that screen.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. We've then got hot water.
Right.
So on here now, it's either all off or it's 750 watts of electric.
Right.
Okay. Or what you have got on here is water boost. So what the water boost put me teeth in today. Water boost mode does, it switches off your heating, puts all its power into that water boiler. Yeah. So when you've got water boost going, it's shut off your heating system, but for them 15 minutes that it runs, you've got no heating as such. But obviously when it's finished, it will resort back to its normal order.
Right.
Okay, so obviously remember you've still only got a 10 litre hot water boiler. Once you've used that water, you need to give it time to heat back up.
Yes.
Well, on boost mode, it'll just reheat that tank faster than it will on normal operation. And you've got electric, and then you can also do water boost off gas as well. But you can see you can also do the 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can have the gas and the electric going on boost.
Are you on faster?
Hey, yeah,
faster
it'll warm faster.
Yeah.
Again, there's no set time for how long it'll take. It'll just do it faster than it would do in normal operation. Okay, but then obviously if you're just running on normal electric, that's just how you put your hot water on.
Right.
Okay, so that's heating up for you.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to press the back button now, take you back to this screen. So the one on the end just switches on any timers. So when it's red, it's working on timers. When it's off, it's not.
Right.
Okay, so that's as simple as that one is. Next one we'll go on here is the little spanner. So I'll press the little spanner. So installer, don't worry about that because that's like an engineer's mode as such. Right. So that's for the engineers to play with. Right. You've then got room timer. So this is where you can set a timer up for your heating system.
Right.
So you can put an on-off timer the same as you do in your house. So if you want to program your system.
Right.
I'll press back now. Then water timer, self-explanatory. It's for your water.
Same, yeah.
So you can set timers. So if you've got it on a permanent pitch, what it means is you can set a timer. So say, I don't know, you go out for the day, but when you come back at 5 o'clock, you want your hot water on and you want your heating on. You can program it so everything will heat up for you. Okay. Last couple of bits now. We've got set clock, self-explanatory. It's just setting the clock.
Yeah.
And then last one, options. So in here, you can set the supply that's coming to it. So I've got it set on 16 amp at the minute because that's normally the maximum output. But if you do ever go to a 10 amp site, you can set a 10 amp limit inside here.
Right.
Now what it'll do is the heating system will try and control the power rather than it tripping outside. So say you flick a kettle on, what it'll do is shut that heating system off while the kettle's boiling. When the kettle's finished boiling, it'll switch itself back on. So rather than it tripping on the post outside, it'll try and control it internally for you. Okay, but I'll leave it up on 16 because I'd love to stay there. You'll be doing well to trip your electrics because we've got a fantastic supply up there.
Brilliant.
Okay, and then the last little bit of information is just showing us down the bottom here. The battery symbol showing me the charging your leisure battery.
Right.
The plug at the top is letting know we're on mains electric, and then the little 3.3 amp there, that's letting us know what the van's pulling off currently. So we're only using 3.3 amp at the minute.
All right.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah, it is.
Are you all right?
I know it's a lot to take in. There is a manual in there, but my main thing, as long as you're confident that you can get heating on.
And the water.
So yeah, you can turn that on. Remember, just set your thermostat and then set your power level on there.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then hot water, just as easy as hot water on, hot water off, or water boost mode.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're my main 2 things. As long as I know you can have some hot water and some eating tonight, I'm a happy boy.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, as for the rest of it, don't be too alarmed, because you'll just get the hang of it the more you play with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
They got
Yeah.
a new phone, isn't it?
It is. Oh yes, gadgets.
Yeah, that is. It's just like
Gadgets.
a new phone. So other than that, we'll move on to the nice basics of the caravan now. So obviously, blackout blinds on the front, huge opening window on the front. They are fantastic. They are. So stereos just on the side here. There is a book for the stereo. I would love to show you how to use all the stereos, but I see about 100 different ones a week.
That's fine. It's like what we had.
Yeah, it's just storage in the ones behind us here, so nothing too
that's good.
exciting.
No,
Yeah.
Spoiled for
Awesome.
choice. And just behind me,
same here.
there's your TV aerial. So
Right.
there's your directional TV aerial, as well as a signal booster in the back. Are you happy with the use of your aerial?
Yeah.
Push it up
Yeah,
behind you in
done
the
that.
rain.
Yeah.
I will tell you, when you're up on Love to Stay, the Wrekin, the hill that you can see sort of off to your left-hand side when you're up top, that's where our TV mast is.
Right.
So you may not even have to push it up. As long as you've got it roughly pointing in that direction, you'll get a full TV
Right.
signal up there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
obviously your bed pulls out from this side. So it's this side that comes across
Right. Right.
to meet it.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
now once you've pulled it out and made your bed, it's up to you in what order you put these 4 cushions. The only advice is always sleep on the underside of them, because if you sleep on the top, for starters, you'll have nice grooves in you and you'll wake up with buttonholes.
Well, we never
So,
thought of that.
Yeah,
did we?
always turn them upside down and sleep on the underside of them. But as for the way you position the 4, it's to whatever how you guys feel comfortable. Or, I mean, if you're sleeping on them as singles, it's totally, it's your choice,
Yeah.
it's your choice.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, as I've said, light switches, there is just various light
All over,
switches
yeah.
here, there and everywhere. The only one I did like to show you is the one underneath the stereo, is for the ones above my head there. Because when I first started doing Baileys, I could never find the light switches, but there's that one. And then
Right.
most of the others are quite self-explanatory as such.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
TV points, just at the front there is also a secondary one here as well. So it's up to you wherever. You can either put the telly on there or you can have the telly at the front here.
Good.
Okay. Manuals.
Yeah.
Second drawer, all your manuals and everything are inside there. Now the previous customers have kept the dish for the microwave.
Right. Okay.
I'll show you in a sec, it'll make sense. But I couldn't find the dish to start with, and I thought, where'd they put them? And then the box is inside there for your stereo as well.
Right. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might as well, we'll head to the microwave next then while I've just talked about it. So for your microwave, you can just press quick cook. It goes up in 30 seconds, leave it and it starts.
Great.
Okay. Or you can just turn the dial
It's like mine at all.
and press start.
There we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have got obviously defrost and your power setting at
Yeah.
the top there. But best advice with this,
In the bed.
yeah,
Same as I do.
Take it out.
yeah. Take it out. If
Always
it does
do.
jump out, you won't believe
Oh,
how
no.
expensive
Yeah.
these are.
Yeah.
But obviously the previous, normally I'd say wedge it underneath the cushion, but the previous
Just left
customers
it
have
in.
left that in there. So, and what it does is your manual nicely
All
sits
in
in it
there.
as well. So I
Awesome.
left it in because I
Yeah.
thought you may find that
Yes.
useful as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then behind us, fridge.
Oh.
So for your fridge, your power select's on this side, and there's your thermostat for the fridge.
Right.
Okay, so at the minute I've got it running on gas, but it will run on vehicle battery for when you're towing down the road, and then obviously mains electric as well. Now obviously the vehicle battery, all you need to do is plug into the car, come in here and just simply turn it like that, and then it will run off the car. But on the vehicle battery mode, all it does is hold the temperature of the fridge. So if you want to travel with items in your fridge, which you're fine to do, either run it on gas or electric first, get it nice and cold, and then transfer it over to the car.
Right.
If you imagine if you just fill it up, plug it into the car and off you go, it'll probably be tepid by the time you get there. But if you get it nice and cold before you set off, it will hold
fine.
its temperature for when you're going down the road.
Yeah.
Now, gas, I'll just show you to light the gas. It is so simple. So I've turned it down to the little gas symbol now. Now, if you look in this side, you see that little white gauge is down in the white.
Yes.
Now, all it is to light your gas is hold this one down, you see it holds in.
Right.
So that's releasing the gas, and then all you need to do is press the grey
That's
one.
all right.
And then it's automatically, there's no click, 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 you're just holding it, and it's already, I can hear it going click, click, click.
Right.
And then if you notice, the little bar is in the green now. See the little red bar?
Yes.
If I lift my finger off, it should stay in the green,
Yes.
which it is doing, and that's the gas lit.
Right.
It's as simple as that. If the gas goes out, it's not flooding into the van, but all you will notice is that little red gate, that little red dial will be back in the white. If it's in the white, it means your gas is off.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
I'll put that back on electric because it catches a lot of people out, because not
Okay,
many
and you
people
can see
use
it
it on
then.
gas. And then you can
Yeah,
see
you
it
can
dropping
see it
back
go back
down.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Good.
Then your beautiful cooker, which looks untouched.
It does, doesn't it?
So you've got your electric ring on the end here. It also
Yeah.
lights up to let you know when you've got it on. Obviously this only works off the mains electric, doesn't work off the 12 volt system, just the mains. We've then got 1, 2, 3 gas burners and a lovely 12 volt igniter. So all you need to do is turn, hold,
There we are.
light,
Yeah.
turn, hold, light,
Yeah.
turn, hold,
Yeah.
light.
Lovely.
There we go. She gets things.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Great.
you'll know this, but if you have had this on for a long time, don't drop your glass down instantly
no.
because you'll shatter
No.
your glass
Yes.
lid. But you'll know
Yeah.
that one. So underneath your grill pan and handle, and then grill again. It's just turn, hold,
And hold.
and ignite.
Yeah.
Simple as
That's
that.
it. Yeah.
Doesn't look even used, does
No,
it? And then below, oven,
Brilliant.
2 shells. That's a rare, like hen's teeth. That is. You only normally ever get one. And again, turn, hold, and ignite.
Yeah.
As easy as that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Now below us, got your pots and pans store.
Yeah.
Your gas shut-off valves are in here. But our main advice, if you smell gas, is just to switch your bottles off.
Yeah.
They're more there for an engineer if they ever want to fiddle with your boiler, your cooker, or your fridge or
Right,
anything.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the 2 plug sockets in the bottom, one relates to your fridge, and the other to the electric ring in here.
Right.
So if neither of these are working, I'll put money. You may have either caught the plugs or accidentally knocked the switches off on the plugs in there.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the best bit I like. So, your kitchen cupboard's hidden away. So there's your cutlery drawer and then just a few small little shelves there as well for you.
Cool. Yeah.
I think it's a lovely design, that is. And then obviously just kitchen cupboards across the top of your plate racks. If I remember correctly, is in the end one, I think.
Yeah.
There you go. So your plate rack and your cup racks are in there. These are just empty cupboards for you to... doesn't mean you have to fill them though, just because you've got cupboards.
I don't know about that. Oh, awesome. Yeah.
So all we've got now really is the bathroom. But obviously you've got more storage here behind
Yes.
you,
we
but
sat
again
on
I'm not
that.
really
We'll have a
going to...
look. Yeah, that's fine.
So bathroom light, just on your pull cord there.
Yeah.
Okay, you've seen inside your wardrobe, nothing much too exciting in there. Obviously blue button on the top of the toilet is your
Yes.
electric flush, and then the little black symbol on the left lights up to let you know when it's his turn
That's
to
it, same
empty
as
the
where we
set.
are, yeah.
It's always his
Yeah.
turn. Then the previous customers have gone quite overboard and fitted a strap in here. So as well as the catch at the top, you've also got the strap on here as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they must have broke a few shower doors, but just make sure that you're locking it open for travelling.
Yeah.
Aye.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're not much too exciting, just your standard mixer tap for your, for both your sinks
it.
and your shower.
Awesome.
Windows. Do we need to talk about the windows? Or are you happy with
Do they
them?
all open tightly? It's easy enough, isn't it? No,
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
this is off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
do
you just need to undo them,
Yeah.
tighten them back
That's
up.
awesome.
Main thing is you've obviously got your blackouts and then your fly screens below, but they will pin together. So if you do want a bit of privacy, at least you can still have some breeze coming through the window without shutting it all off. But just hold on to them when you separate them, just so you don't carry them.
There we are. Yeah.
Okay. Roof hatches is the last thing on the way back. Oh, there isn't one in here. You have to go backwards with them.
Yeah.
So the 2 styles are exactly the same. We'll do the bigger one in the living room area, bigger than the one in the
it's
kitchen.
Like, it's like my old one.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. I don't even have to show you.
No, it's like the old one that was. Oh, it's half and half. Oh, I can't do it on my hands.
Yeah,
It goes in there or in there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
that's
the
it.
old
That's
one.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can stagger it as well.
Yeah.
You can just push it up to lock it, and then obviously blackouts and your fly screens.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all your other windows are all
Windows.
the same. They have all got even the big
And this
huge
one?
one at the front. Yeah, you've
Oh,
got
I
the
don't
blackout at
use
the
that
top and the fly screen
Yeah.
at the bottom as well.
Yeah. No. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
That's
about it from me, really, unless you got any other questions.
No. All done, are we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to take all that in now, me. That part there.
Hey.
You got that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the main thing is, as I say, it's like getting a new phone. All I'm trying to teach you now is to make a phone call and send a text message.
Yes.
And the more you spend, all your manuals are in there as well. But my main concern for tonight, as long as I know you can have some eating and you can have some hot
Yes, be
water,
fine.
I'm happy, boy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
fantastic. Right,